Okay, everybody, VOC here. I'm going to stream a quick video of a build that I've played this league that I've really enjoyed. Um, this build is a 7 curse Bane build. I've got some pretty optimized gear for it, but you don't need what I have at all to be able to play this build effectively. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate it on this Val Temple Vault map, Morbid the Vault Val Temple map. Rare monsters, avoid elemental extra damage, nemesis, action speed, less armor, and I'll put some type of what I got. I'll put Einhar on it, so it's even a little bit tougher. So basically, I have Bane, I've got a Golem, I've got Flame Dash, a Decoy Totem, and then I trigger Essence Drain and Contagion when I cast certain skills. When I cast any skill. My build's public, so you can see how it all works. But basically, the Bane blows up the map, and anything that lives has 7 curses on it. It's very good for Cassia. I'll show you in the normal Cassia layout. It can be really interesting. But basically, you just let everything come to you. And I could optimize this a lot more. It is a little squishy. I got hit by that volatile there. You see it hit me pretty hard. Probably because of the extra damage mod. This build takes advantage of a lot of occultist profane bloom. Come on, destroyed my pump. Should have probably built more towers. Where's my red beast at? Probably in the boss room, which will be hilarious. Tool tips real quick for you. I've made this build more squishy since I hit 97, just because I don't really care about dying now. The portal. Yeah, pretty easy. So again, here are the mods on this map. Level 83 Val Temple with a lot of mods in Red Beast. And so what am I rocking? I have these gloves, which are required. You can use one or two Dota damage ring. This belt gives you 2 immunities, because strength is higher than dex, so you get cannot be ignited, and intelligence is higher than strength, so you get cannot be shocked, and you get attributes. These boots are required. This amulet is required. I'm doing some weird stuff because I have a jewel. A helm with this enchant is very good. I'm using this one because it also has fire mitigation. A carcass jack. My carcass jack happens to have a corruption, which is beneficial, but just a carcass jack. And then you need a 6 link that has plus level to all chaos spell gems and chaos multiplier. I made this one, but you can use Cane of Unraveling for a long time. Cane of Unraveling will do just fine. So let's go look at Cane of Unraveling. I'll show you some alternate gear that I've used. Yeah, this is what I used for a long time. You can get this for 1.5 exalts. It's a very cheap 6 link. You can get a 6 link for 1.5 exalts, and it's just fine. Like you'll see, the damage between is 44,000 with this one. With Chain of Unraveling, it's 40,000, so it's almost as good, to be honest. You just don't get the easy trigger. This one has the trigger, which triggers Contagion and Essence Drain. So I have Essence Drain and Contagion here, with Void Manipulation, Control, Destruction, Swift Affliction, and Increased Duration. This could be in power if I wanted to be even more damage. And then in here I just have 1 curse right now because I'm using 6 curses, but I can switch this ring out with this ring to do 7 curses. And then Flame Dash, increase the area effect. Down here I've cast from damage taken a Mortal Call, just at low level, and then Stone Golem and Decoy Totem. This is the main damage. I have Bane, and it's level 26 because it gets level 21 from the gem, plus 2 from the Carcass Jack, and I could even get plus 4 from the Carcass Jack if I got a better Carcass Jack. And then I get plus 3 or plus 2 from the, you see where this says plus 2 to all chaos spell gems, and this says plus 3 to all chaos spell gems, so it applies to the Bane. And then all my curses are level 22 curses. So when I click Bane, it applies 5 curses from here and 1 curse from here. 1 to 2 curses from here, depending upon if I'm using this ring or this ring. And then my curse effect is I get 100% curse effect from this amulet and this helm enchant and the tree. Before I use this light poacher, you can get this helm enchant. The helm, you have a lot of flexibility on what helm you use. You can use as long as you have a good curse enchant, in my opinion. Or you can use a Bane enchant. There's a lot of different enchants that benefit. But I use a curse effect enchant to have really strong curses. The curses I use are Temporal Chains, Despair, and Feeble, Poacher's Mark, and Warlord's Mark, and then Assassin's Mark. So I get all 3 charges, plus 3 very beneficial curses. And then my tree looks like this. I have, chaos damage over here, damage over here, damage over here. I pick up the minion damage over here. I have where's my Watcher's Eye? I have a Watcher's Eye somewhere in this tree. Here it is. A Watcher's Eye with the Malevolence thing, because I use Malevolence and Discipline as my 2 auras. Enlighten, Malevolence, Haste, Malevolence and Haste. You can use Malevolence and Haste or Malevolence and Discipline. I'm using Haste right now because I'm just messing around. I don't care if I die. Usually I use Malevolence and Discipline. And then up here, I just happen to get an Elegant Hubris that gives me 240% spell damage. But I don't need this at all. If I take this Elegant Hubris out, these nodes are fine by themselves with just a normal jewel here. This is all life and minion damage, extra golem life and resistances. And then I can change this. Usually I use I'll tell you what passage I usually anoint. I usually anoint this one if I'm not using the jewel, but I got an Elegant Hubris, which was pretty nice. I only had to look at 10 or 15 of them to get 80 spell damage, and then I anointed this node over here to get 80 more spell damage, which was pretty nifty. If you want to see my there's my Essence Strain tooltip, and here are my tooltips in my hideout. But yeah, this is really fun for this league. I easily got to 97. I can kill all the bosses in all the maps. It's fun for Dome. Oh yeah, I should show you my Ascendancy. The Ascendancy is where this all comes together. So I have Void Beacon, which gives Strong for Chaos, Vile Bastion, which gives me stun immunity and regen. When I kill stuff, I get huge regen, which is what keeps me alive when I'm taking damage. This lets my curses apply to hexproof stuff, and it lets stuff explode. This is the most important node. Because when stuff explodes, it does damages chaos damage, and I scale chaos. And then this gives me an extra curse and more curse effect. So I have 15 curse effect here, 5 curse effect here, or somewhere here, yeah. 5, 10, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, I think I'm tired. So 5, 10, 25, 30, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, and then 65, and then 15, 7, 70, 80, and then 95, and then Bane gives 106. So yeah, 106 increased curse effect on all my curses. Sounds right if I did the math right. It's something like, anyway, it's double. Basically, my curses are doubly effective, which is a huge for support, and it's a huge for doing damage in this build. So this is basically a 6 or 7 curse build that is ridiculously good when you're supporting, but is also very effective at soloing. So you can do both. You can support and solo as a cursor build, which is really something I wanted to do for a long time. In my defense, I have 75 resist and 47 chaos resist, which is enough. With my golem up, I have like pretty good life regeneration, 326 life regeneration. And then when I kill stuff, that life regeneration goes up hugely. It becomes over 1,000 life regeneration because of the ascendancy. So anyway, that's the build I wanted to show you guys. Thanks very much for watching.